Hi everyone, my name is Julia Flaherty and I've been living with type 1 diabetes for nearly 20 years. Months before I was officially diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, I began experiencing symptoms like frequent urination, excessive thirst, irritability, mood swings. I wasn't acting like myself and things were not getting better. It was definitely not a cold. It was not the flu. So what was it? A childhood friend of mine decided to speak to my guidance counselor and told my guidance counselor something was off with Julia. And at the time, I thought she was tattling on me because I didn't understand what was going on with my own body. But then my guidance counselor spoke to my parents, and my parents concurred that something was off. They noticed it at home too. So this escalated me going to the doctor, where I got my first finger prick, and my blood sugar was way higher than it should have been, I believe in the 500s. And I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, then brought to the hospital where I began treatment for it and learned all about what it is and how my life would change. I always wanted to write a book. I wasn't sure what that meant or what that would look like. I might have a few more books in me, who knows? But the first book is Rosie Becomes a Warrior, and that's what we're talking about today. Rosie Becomes a Warrior is now a children's book series designed to empower children and families impacted by type 1 diabetes to live their happiest and healthiest lives. I wanted this book to be a resource to children to feel empowered, but also have a realistic sense of what type 1 diabetes is. So to be able to face the reality of the disease, but still feel empowered and still feel positive about living their lives and not feeling stopped by type 1 diabetes, being able to face the condition and work through their feelings and communicate about their feelings in productive ways. That's my biggest goal with Rosie, and I feel if I were given a book like Rosie Becomes a Warrior or Rosie the Type 1 Diabetes Warrior Goes to Diabetes Summer Camp when I was young, I might have understood how to communicate with my parents about how I was feeling and what I needed. So I'm hoping by having this resource at the beginning of a child's type 1 diabetes diagnosis, it not only empowers them to understand themselves more easily, but empowers them to understand what they need from others, what they want their relationship with type 1 diabetes to be. What's crazy to me is that there are millions of us out there living with type 1 diabetes, yet so often when I meet someone with type 1 diabetes for the first time, they explain to me that they have felt alone, they've felt disconnected, they've felt isolated because of living with type 1 diabetes. And I understand, I've been there. I still have days where I feel that way because progress isn't linear, right? Some days we're more connected to others, and other days we're more alone, we're more to ourselves, and sometimes that's intentional, sometimes it's unintentional. But why sharing my story and my voice, especially through a book like Rosie Becomes a Warrior, is so important is because I think community and connection need to be integrated into someone's diabetes management plan. Having people that truly understand you, that want to support you, and are there for you no matter what, are foundational to living a great life with type 1 diabetes. It's truly a breath of fresh air when someone just gets it. I believe I first discovered Thrivable on social media. It was promoted as a diabetes survey platform and being able to earn money from participating in those surveys. So I thought, might as well check it out and see what it's all about. And when I found out that it was a legitimate resource and started participating in the surveys, it felt like I was directly contributing to the advancement of diabetes care and technology, which I believe that Thrivable is really all about. And to see a resource like Thrivable directly contributing to that evolution and being able to be a part of it, it's just such a special experience and a rewarding one. And I would encourage anyone who wants to see diabetes care and technology evolve more quickly to participate in great resources like this. So I hope you check it out.